Hello and welcome to my channel. In this video, I will be explaining about the defects of welding. So if we want to do a perfect welding, then we have to know about the defects of welding and how can we remove them. So in this video, I will be explaining about not only the defects but also the remedies of that defects. So here we can see that different kinds of welding defects. So these are the imperfections that occur during when we are doing welding. So this affects the welding strength, welding appearance and the welding performance. Let's now see the different kind of welding defects. The first one is porosity. So porosity is nothing. Porosity is the formation of gas pores or cavities inside the weld metal. So in this figure we can see here these are the pores. These are the pores or these are the gas holes formed during welding. When we are using, if the weld metal is oily or it contains moisture or it contains any kind of paint or rust, or if the sealing gas is improper or the electrode use, the coating is improper or the coating contains moisture content, then it can happen. When we are doing welding, the gas is produced, the gas trapped into the weld metal, and that trapped gas create the welding defects porosity. So moisture, oil, rust or paint on base metal or improper sealing gas creates these welding defects. So how can we prevent it? Clean surface before welding. So we have to clean the welding surface before welding, and we have to use correct sealing gas and correct current. That's how we can prevent the porosity welding defect. The next is slag inclusion or solid inclusion. So what is slag inclusion? It is a non-metallic particle, that is slag, trapped in the weld metal. So when we are doing welding, the flux of the electrode is burning, that flux trapped into the welding zone or the welding bead. This slags is not metal and it is trapped inside the welding bead, so it decreases the strength of the welding zone. How it occurs? Improper cleaning between weld passes, and also if we use wrong electrode angle, then this happens. So how can we prevent this? We have to remove the slag between passes when we are doing welding, and one welding is done, and when you are using second part of welding, then we have to remove the slag on the welding bead first, and after that we can do the second pass. That's how we can prevent this. And also we have to use the correct welding techniques. In this figure we can also see the slag or solid inclusions. Next, the incomplete fusion. So it is the lack of proper fusion between base metal and weld metal. This is incomplete fusion. The fusion is not completed. So in this figure the welding can be like this, but the welding is like this. The red portion is completed welding and it is the incomplete. This portion haven't filled by the welding process. So this is the lack of fusion or lack of filler metal or lack of metal. So this is the incomplete fusion. So how it causes? Low heat input. If we use the incorrect current, the current is not sufficient, then the fusion of the metals, both the base metals and the filler metals, will be low in fusion. That's why it occurs. Also, if we use incorrect torch angle or incorrect travel speed, if the travel speed is faster, then it can happen. Next, the prevention. So if we use sufficient heat and maintain the proper electrode angle, then we can prevent these welding defects. In this figure also we can see the incomplete fusion. The next is incomplete penetration. It is like the incomplete fusion, but it is not occurring because of the fusion. It is occurring because of the filler metal is unable to go into this portion. This is the incomplete penetration. The penetration is not possible. So weld metal does not extend through the full thickness of the joint. If the thickness of the weld metal is more than the design thickness, then it can occur. Low current and also the improper joint design, it is the main causes of the incomplete penetration. So how can we prevent it? We have to increase the current and also have to ensure proper root gap and joint preparation. That's how we can prevent the incomplete penetration. The next is undercut. So what is undercut? We can see the undercut in this figure. So groove formed at the toe of the weld and it reduces the cross section. So this kind of design occurs during the welding. This is the undercut. It is the cutting beneath the surface of the base metal. So why it causes excessive current? If we use the excessive current and also the travel speed is high, then it can happen. So how can we prevent it? We have to reduce the current or we have to use the correct current and maintain the correct travel speed and angle. That's how we can prevent the undercut welding defect. The next is cracks. So what is crack? Crack is fractures in the welding metal or the base metal. This is the crack. So crack is different kinds, can be first on the longitudinal, second the transverse, third is crater, and fourth is underbed. So these kinds of or these types of cracks can happen. So why the cracks happens? In this figure we can see this is the crack. Also in this figure we can see these are the cracks. So if when residual stresses becomes high between the welding metals, then it can happen. And also if we cool the weld metal in rapid speed, then it can happen rapid cooling. Also if we use the improper filler metal, then it can happen. So if the stress occurs between the metals and the welding zone, then it can happen. How can we prevent this? So we have to preheat the thick sections. If the welding zone or a welding metal have different kind of sections, then we have to preheat the thick sections. Also we have to control the cooling rate. So we have to cool the metal in a proper way, and also we have to use the proper filler material. Then we can prevent the cracks in welding zone or welding metal. Next one is the spatter. What is spatter? We can see this is the welding bead, this is welding bead, and black portions are the spatter. So these are the small portion that is comes from when we are doing welding. So small metal droplets scattered around the weld bead. This is the spatter. So when we are using excessive current and also the polarity is incorrect, that's why it happens. So we have to use the proper current and also have to use the proper polarity or the correct polarity. Use proper current and polarity, and also have to adjust the arc length. So in this figure we also can see these are the spatter. It is very unpleasant to see this kind of welding. Next, this distortion. So what is distortion? Distortion is wrapping or deformation of the welded parts due to uneven heating and cooling. So we can see here different kinds of sections. So this is the section, we can see this is the section, it has been distorted here, also it has been distorted. Also this section has multiple thicknesses, this section also has multiple thicknesses. So we can see that this portion has been distorted, this portion has been distorted. So in this figure also we can see it has been distorted, like this. So this is the distortion, causes the high heat input, also the pore clamping. if we don't clamp like in proper way, then the distortion can happen. Also, if the heat input is more, that's the current input is more, then it can happen. So we have to use proper welding sequence and also have to clamp the workpiece firmly or in proper way. That's how we can prevent the distortion welding defect. So in this video, I have discussed about different kinds of welding defects and the prevention of that welding defects. Hope this video was useful for you. Thank you for watching this video. For more updates, subscribe this channel and hit the bell icon.